Hi, first graders, it's Mrs. Carroll. Today we're going to read a book called From Seed to Plant by Alan Fowler. Before I read, I'd like to do my 3 P's. Do you remember what those are? We're going to talk about the purpose. We're going to make some predictions. And we're going to preview the book. So my purpose is to learn about seeds and plants. Can you predict some plants we might see in the book? What plant do you think is on the cover? I hope you made some predictions. Let's preview the story and see if we can see some other text features also. We saw a photograph on the cover. I see some other photographs. Another photograph. We can learn a lot from photographs. Wow, this book has lots of photographs. Oh, I see this in the text. That's a special spelling. It shows me how to say that word, stamens. Oh, do you know what text feature this is? If you said diagram, you are correct. It is pointing out where the stamen is in the flower. Another diagram. It's diagramming the pistil. And if I look over here, I have that special spelling, pistil. Oh, I love this diagram. It has, do you know what those are called? Labels. It has the pollen grains, the seed case, the eggs, and the pollen tube. Wow, another diagram with the tough wall and the seedling. Oh, I see another text feature. It's labeling the pears. Some photographs. Do you know what those are? Oh, here's another text feature. Give your brain a kiss if you said that's a caption. A sentence about the photograph. Dandelion seeds being blown by the wind. Words to know. This is similar to a glossary. Pistil, pod, pollen, seed case, seed, and stamen. And the seed has the tough wall and the seedling growing inside. This book also has an index. It tells us important words in the book and the pages they are on. Wow, seeds is on lots of pages. So let's get to reading. From Seed to Plant by Alan Fowler. From Seed to Plant by Alan Fowler. That is our title page. Seeds are in a lot of the foods you eat. Oh, I see that spelling we've been doing, the EE and the EA. Tomato seeds are tiny. You can swallow them and not even know it. I see the EA again. Do you hear the E sound in tiny? Oh, the Y makes that E sound. Watermelon seeds are too hard to swallow. You spit them out. Peach pits are too big to swallow. You eat around them. Seeds are important. All plants grow from seeds. How do seeds form? They begin with tiny grains called pollen. Pollen is made in the stamens. stamens of a flower. Oh, I see. I might have missed that label before. Pollen. Kind of looks prickly. So sometimes I learn right from the image. When it just labeled it, I know what it is. And now I know that it has these spiky things on it. And that's where it's found in the flower. My diagram really helps. When a bee visits a flower to sip its sweet nectar, pollen clings to the insect's body. When the bee visits another flower of the same kind, some pollen falls onto the flower's pistil. There was another spelling of that E sound. 2 E's together. 2 vowels. Do you remember that rule? When 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking and says its name. And there's my diagram showing the pistil right in the center of the flower. At the bottom of the pistil, a seed case holds eggs. Each pollen grain sends a slender tube down the pistil to the eggs. One tube grows into each egg in the seed case. Oh, I see what they were talking about. The bee lands on that pistil. The pollen grains go down this little chute. The pollen tube is what it's called. Those labels are so helpful. Into the seed case where all these eggs are. The egg now becomes a seed. Inside the seed is the tiny plant or seedling and food for the seedling. The seed grows a tough wall around it. Sometimes that tough wall is called the seed coat, just like you would wear a coat in the wintertime. There's the seedling growing inside. And this is the food all around it. The seed case also changes. It may become the fruit of the plant, such as a watermelon or a pear. Those are those pears. Great label. The seed case may also become a tough pod, such as a pea pod or peanut shell. Oh, that's where this goes. This photograph goes with that text. The peanut shell is the tough pod, and the pea pod is the tough shell. The peas or peanuts inside are the seeds. So we eat those seeds. To become a new plant, the seeds take a trip. Small seeds are blown by the wind. Some seeds float in the water. Other seeds stick to the fur of animals. I've seen lots of these seeds around, especially this time of year. Dandelion seeds being blown by the wind. Have you seen any little sprouts like that? When the seed lands, the trip is over. The seed will need good soil, water, and sunlight to grow. People plant seeds too. Farmers plant seeds to raise new crops. You might plant seeds in your garden at home. Oh, there's the image that goes with planting the seeds. Isn't it amazing that these tall trees grew from tiny seeds? Can you see how tall it is compared to the people at the bottom there? That is a great redwood tree. But it once was a little seed. And here's those words to know, our glossary. And finally, the index if we want to look up something in particular from the book. It has some information about the author too, and some photo credits. That's giving credit to the people who took those photographs in the book. I hope you liked the book and you learned a lot about seeds and plants. Bye for now.